What up, everybody? Yo, we need to stop seeing things how they want us to see them. We need to stop seeing things how they want us to see it. And when I say they, I'm talking about the powers that be that don't give a damn about you or me. I'm talking about the media, okay? Now, this story about the black jogger that got shot and killed on camera by some racist shotgun KKK representative, right? Now, let's not look at this the way they want us to look at it, though, everybody, okay? The reason I say that is this story of the black jogger happened 2 months ago, okay? This story happened around the same time that Kobe Bryant died. Why we didn't hear about it then, right? Let's rewind back to when this coronavirus first kicked off. When it first kicked off, they didn't even tell us about it right away then. You know what they told us about first? Kobe Bryant's death. No disrespect, but yeah, we all are part of this world and we all are part of the entertainment and we know the celebrities. And so Kobe Bryant was a big deal, right? And they knew that, they know that. So they gave us Kobe Bryant. You could even see the day that the Kobe Bryant story broke in the news, on the newspaper. Big old Kobe Bryant section all on the far left corner column, COVID-19. So they made us wait for the COVID-19 news, which was huge, right? They made us wait for that to give us the Kobe Bryant, right? And then after the Kobe Bryant news, boom, COVID-19, quarantine, isolation, all that stuff kicks off, right? But at the same time, what had already happened, the black jogger had already been killed. And no charges were brought upon these murderers. This murderer who shot and killed this man on camera. They wait 2 months. We're deep off into this coronavirus, COVID-19, quarantine, isolation crap. And now, while everybody is supposed to be staying at home that is not an essential worker, while people are losing their jobs, trying to figure out how they are going to survive, and got people in fear of, dang, when school starts back up, are my kids gonna have to get vaccinated? Am I gonna have to get vaccinated? Bill Gates is going real hard right now on pushing this, right? So all this is going on, and they want to give us this information all of a sudden now of this black jogger being shot and killed. And it's going viral, videos everywhere, right? They love to show the violence of a black man being gunned down by a white police officer or a white somebody, right? They want to get us riled up, if you ask me. Not saying that there are not some evil KKK racist people out there, but our government and our society is of that as well. So there are some of us who, you know, this government makes things happen. We all know 9/11 was an inside job. We all know that people did die in those buildings, but it was not an accident. It was not done how they told us it happened at that time. They had us believing that it was some jihadists, some Arabs, whatever, gotten into these planes all over the place. They had all this time to train and be perfect airplane pilots and be able to fly these planes and kill these people. That was the story they told us, and that was the story we all believed. That's the story they want us all to remember when they say remember 9/11. you're supposed to remember it how they told you. But if you've been doing your research and you know the facts, you know that 9/11 was an inside job. The day before 9/11 happened, Donald Rumsfeld came out and said the Treasury lost trillions of dollars. And then the next day, boom, World Trade Centers are hit, they say hit by planes and collapsed. But everybody knows that that was an inside demolition job. Those planes were not enough to drop those buildings with the construction of how they were constructed. They were supposed to be able to take impacts from 7 planes bigger than those, each building. And then the Pentagon gets hit. No evidence of planes. They were the Pentagon was bombed. But the way that the 9/11 towers fell, just doom, 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 doom. That's a controlled demolition. Everybody knows this. But you still got people walking around with the narrative, believing in the narrative that the news media gave them, that planes hit the building, that there was these jihadists, Arabs, whatever, in these planes, crashed them into these buildings, and the planes collapsed. People still believing in that, okay? We need to stop believing in things how they tell us. They want to show this black jogger being killed, but they don't want to let you know that. They don't want to show you all these people that are being killed, murder, suicides that have anything to do with the Clintons. You know how many people done died around them? Where are all the deaths of these people on the news? Where is the news about this scientist who was just killed for almost coming with the cure for this COVID-19? Where's the news of this person who was just killed? No, they don't want to let you know that. They steer you. They want to steer us like herd, like we're some kind of cattle. They steer us with the news. Think about it. If you didn't have your TV on to hear the news or the radio, and you didn't hear it from other people as well because they didn't have their news, nobody would know anything about this COVID-19 coronavirus going around. You wouldn't know that you would need to put on a mask. You wouldn't know that you need to wash your hands more, because especially if you ain't seeing it around you, if it ain't happening around you, you're only seeing it on the news, right? So I just feel like they want to get us riled up. They want black people to get mad at this, right? Which is, it's messed up, it's wrong. This is why you can't catch me without mines, okay? In the state of Arizona, long as you ain't a felon, it's legal for you to carry a gun. Now, when I was younger, living in San Diego, California, southeast San Diego, it's a lot of gang members out there. Hardcore gang members. I got family members that are hardcore gang members. I almost got sucked into that life. Okay? I thought that I was gonna need a gun to protect myself against another gang member or another dude that just didn't like me, whatever, right? I'm never without it as a grown man, in more fear of what some lunatic might do to me. Some dude who just don't like the color of my skin. This ain't for, I don't have no enemies. I don't walk around protecting myself because I have enemies. I go around protecting myself because there's evil people out in this world. And I'll be danged if I stand by and let any murder go down in my presence, or if you're trying to hurt me or my family or my friends. I'm not the one. Okay? Now, we all know that the powers that be, the people who control this world, the richest people on this earth they call themselves the Jews. Okay? Now, Bill Gates, the one who is pushing all these vaccinations, he's top 50 richest people in the world, and he's a Jew. I have nothing against Jews, okay? Because if you do your research, you would understand that black people are not the only ones that cannot be Jews. Black people are not the only ones that didn't have anything to do with building the pyramids of Africa. Black people are not the only ones. You see what I'm getting at? They wipe the black history away to where it's like we're nothing. Okay? Now, I got some friends who are white that tell me they feel like Donald Trump is part of the reason why some of these people get incited to do stuff like this. To where two white dudes can get in a truck and follow. Now, the dude was jogging. You can see the video. The man is jogging. These dudes just waiting for him in a truck, one on top of the truck with a pistol, the other one outside with a shotgun. This dude's jogging. They waiting on him. And then you got a truck behind this man filming it, knowing something's about to go down. I think the two vehicles was together. I feel like this was a plan. You can hear the police call. They calling the police, telling them that they're following this dude. He didn't commit any crimes. Only thing they say is they seen him looking inside of a window. But they felt like they had the power over this black man to stop him on a citizen's arrest, and he committed no crimes, and end up shooting this man 2 times with a shotgun, killing him. Okay? Now, our society got a lot of people messed up when it comes to white supremacy. And I done talked about this in some of my videos on my YouTube channel about how the belief in a white Jesus can have a positive effect for some and a negative effect for others. Okay? As a young black boy, subconsciously, I thought Jesus was white, just like the next white boy would. But it did something differently than it did for him than it did for me. Okay? You actually got people walking around today believing that white people made the pyramids in Egypt, which is in Africa. The black history of dominance has been wiped away. I was talking to my wife last night about how when it comes to the people who are putting all these slave movies out there, you know, in the past, you know, the Chicken George, the Roots, and the slave movies that made us only look weak. You know, I used to think like, dang, why these white people are always putting these slave movies out? You know, it ain't the black people. When we put slave movies out, we show ourselves being empowered. We show ourselves being strong. We got out of the struggle, right? Like Django. If I would have seen a movie like Django as a young boy, instead of seeing movies like Roots, where slaves was just weak and getting bucked, you know what I'm saying? You feel some kind of way, some kind of inferior way without even knowing it. But if I would have seen a movie like Django or movies, you know, Harriet Tubman, where the people, the slaves are showed power, 12 slaves, you know what I mean? It would have did something to me as a black boy. You know what I mean? But looking back on it, I don't look at things the way they want me to look at it. The powers that be of this country are not who you think they are. We know it ain't the black people. We know it ain't the minorities, right? But you think that it's white people running this country, and it ain't. We all know the richest people on this earth are the Jews. And there's a group here, there's a cult, the Jesuits, who many other countries don't want in their country, that they try to kick out. It's too late for us. We are being ran by this occult Jesuit group. They own the Catholic Church. They own the churches. They own the money. They own the banks. They own you, me. Look at why are we listening to Bill Gates? He ain't no doctor. But he got all the money. So he got all the power. Right? But what I'm getting at is, I used to wonder, why are white people showing these slave movies that can make them look bad? It ain't the white people. It's the Jesuits. It's the people trying to pin us against each other. That's the only reason they will put a video out like this 2 months after it happened, with no charges ever being brought against these dudes until the video comes out. Then they want to show it. Then they want to press charges. It's a show. They want us to get riled up against each other. They've been doing it. All this police brutality stuff. Yeah, people are actually getting killed. But just like how the CIA did White Boy Rick, they actually took a teenage white boy and made him a conformant, you know, an informant, I'm sorry, for the CIA, and made him become a drug dealer so he can get in with the other black drug dealers. And actually, the dude became a real drug lord and was really doing it. And then they lock him up. and try to make and back off and say that he wasn't an informant. The dude is still locked up to this day. He went to jail as a young boy, still locked up to this day. And I feel like he was a CIA implant, and they do that with so many others. Just like might make a few of you mad, I don't care. I feel like Tupac was a CIA implant. Thug life on your belly. They knew how to slide this young man in there. He was a Black Panther prince. They knew we was gonna look at him like he was the prince of the black people. So he was able to slide in and give us all this thug music, which when a black person talks about thugs, we look at them as bad. But when a black person talks about thugs, we look at them as we proud about it. Okay? We should not be proud about being no damn thugs. Okay? Thug life. Tupac was a CIA implant to pull people. Because I'm going to be straight up with you. I just told you where I'm from, Southeast San Diego. And when I listened to some Tupac, I wanted to do some things to some people. Trust and believe me. And I'm not the only one. Okay? Tupac was an insider of wars in the neighborhoods, in the ghettos. Okay? I ain't going to sit here and say the dude wasn't talented and he didn't make good music. But we need to stop looking at things the way they want us to look at it. Just like this virus. Everybody know that the numbers are false. Everybody knows that it's in the news. They telling you straight up to your face that they are putting deaths on people that were not even tested. They're saying that this dude that they didn't test, he died of a heart attack, but they put him that he died of a COVID-19. No disrespect to anybody who has a loved one or a family member who has passed away during this COVID-19 stuff. But at the same time, we need to stop looking at things how they want us to look at it, and realize that people were dying before this and people are going to die after this. Just because somebody is dying don't mean, just because they say it was COVID-19, don't mean that that's the only reason they died, the only illness that they died from. If they died from that at all, which how you know if they were not even tested? So we all know that the hospitals, you can pull this up and look at it right now. The hospitals are getting money, are getting paid for people coming in there with COVID-19. They get $13,000 for saying that somebody's got COVID-19. They get another $26,000 if they put them on a ventilator. And when they get put on a ventilator, guess what? I think it's 80% of people being put on ventilators are dying. So at what point do somebody with some kind of brain say, dang, everything we doing to these people, 80% of them are dying on these ventilators. Are you going to keep on putting people on ventilators? They're killing people. They're murdering people. They know what they're doing. Okay? Bill Gates said, hey, we need to depopulize this earth. How you going to depopulize the earth without people dying? Okay? So, hey, it's messed up what happened to that black jogger. I hope those dudes get life or maybe even worse. I don't wish bad on nobody, but evil's got to stop, man, and the good's got to prevail. We got to step in on what they are showing us. This news media is steering us in the direction they want us to go. You know, we need to turn off that TV. We need to boycott the news media, because they're all owned by a conglomerate. They're all owned by a monopoly. And there's a video on Facebook that you can look up, or on YouTube, that shows all these news media channels saying the same exact words on the same stories. You know what I mean? On the same days. It's ridiculous. But hey, guys, I know a lot of you are mad. I'm mad. I'm heated. That video was crazy, man. And I mean, let's not believe everything is how it is, how they say it is. Okay? Yeah, we seen the video. We know that black man was killed by these racist white dudes. They followed him down and they killed him. It didn't have to go that way. But at the same time, I'm not going to sit here and act like this country and this government ain't doing some shady stuff. And I know for a fact that they hire people to kill other people. This government knows how to make things happen to steer us in certain ways and keep our attentions off of things. Okay? Now, we're going to see how this case going to play out. Because remember, they ain't even want to prosecute. They ain't even want to bring charges to these dudes until the video came out, which is dead wrong. I pray for the family, but let's pray for the family. Let's pray for everybody right now, man. Everybody needs prayer. We all need prayer. We all need love, you know. And to all my white friends, I love you guys. To all my black friends, I love you guys. I just want you guys to know that stories like this should not divide us, because that's what they want. They want us to be divided in times like these. These are the times where we need to be way more united than we ever have been. Okay? Just know they do not want the people to band together, because then we can do things. We have power. We are the people. The people have the power, not the government. It's been backwards, man, and we need to change it. All right, guys? Hey, I love all you guys, my family and friends. Let's talk about this. Love you.